With diverse flora and fauna, magnificent natural landscapes, and an ecological biosphere that supports life, this wondrous planet is our earthly home. From our animal co-inhabitants to the lush rainforests and life-giving soil, we cherish all these as gifts from the Creator. It is a common theme in the world's major faiths that during our temporary stay here, we should be good stewards of Mother Earth. Throughout the years, Supreme Master Ching Hai has shared the message of leading a balanced life while following a spiritual path. Not only must we nourish our spirits, but we share the responsibility to care for nature and our fellow beings. In light of recent scientific evidence stressing the grave state of our planet caused by climate change, Supreme Master Ching Hai affirms the important message she has noted for over the past 2 decades. We must be vegetarian, meaning an animal-free diet, and practice sustainable living. Today we present to you Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion on climate change titled A Great Mission, Saving the Planet, via video conference with Supreme Master Television staff in California, USA on November 26, 2008.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
I have a question from science, quantum physics, because quantum physics sort of gives some indication to even materialist scientists that there is something beyond this space and time, some reality. And as long as it was theory, then of course there was a lot of skeptics, but now there are even very pronounced experiments. And there is such an established experiment which was performed by Alain Spey in France, University of Paris, 25 years ago. And in that experiment, 2 objects, they were originally photons, but it could be electrons, some subatomic particles, were separated from one atom very far away. Today, this experiment was many times repeated, even on the distances of 100 kilometers. And after they were separated, they influenced each other without any time delay, instantaneously. But Albert Einstein already proved 100 years ago that nothing can travel through the space without some time, because it cannot exceed speed of light.
That's right.
Most scientists believe that there is no explanation of this experiment without some connection beyond the space. So my question is, could you comment, what is this transcendental space that this experiment indicates, and is it perhaps universal consciousness and an evidence of God that we are, all beings are connected beyond space and time?
You know very well. What the scientist has told before, that nothing can influence each other without going through space, right? It takes some time, right? So that means the space and time involved in whatever the 2 objects when they want to influence each other. And now the influence without space and time even. Well, that is of course the consciousness of all beings. Yes. Okay, you call that God or just super conscious of all being? Yes, I told you we all are one. And space and time are just the products of this physical dimension. That's why when you go into the other dimension of the universe during deep meditation, time and space doesn't exist to you. You could even communicate with the beings in heavens and hell, and you communicate with me. No time involved. Yes, and no language involved, no space even. And sometimes we sit in transcendental samadhi for many hours, or some people many days, many months, many years, and for them, time it seems like a split second only. So time and space is just relative to this world. if the two things are to have influence on each other, they don't really always need space and time. It depends on the quality of these things. Just like love. Love doesn't need space and time to transmit and influence each other. When you're in love with someone, even you're far away from each other, you feel the same at the same time. Yeah? And you influence each other's feeling at the same time, with no space, no time necessary to transmit the feeling. The feeling doesn't have to go through space, even if it curved or straight space. It doesn't need. So the consciousness of all beings, as I just mentioned, even mountains are beings, trees have spirit, trees are beings, and plants are beings. So every other things are beings also. They are part of the universal great consciousness. They are not just material things. Even though in our mortal eyes they look like physical beings or physical objects, but they are not. And the density difference make them look different, but they are all spirit. Therefore, the two objects like photons, they can influence each other without space and time because they are one. Yes, there is a connection which space and time cannot separate. Just like love, space and time cannot separate the love that a mother has for a child, a husband has for a wife, or a boy has for a girl. They cannot separate. These are things that space and time means nothing.
So I understand that in that dimension there is an attribute connection, not spatial.
Right.
Thank you very much, Master.
Are you happy with my quantum
Yes, I'm very happy with your quantum answer.
Okay.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome, love.
Hi, Master.
How are you?
I'm fine. Master, my question is about soul groups. You have mentioned that you have many bodies on this earth, and they are helping you with your work. And you also mentioned that there are soul groups. Would you please explain more about the purpose of soul groups? Thank you.
You see, sometimes one soul has to manifest into many different bodies in order to have a better workforce, just to help out a little bit. So the main body that houses the soul can direct other bodies as well. So in that case, we call it a soul group, just to help with the work. Because one physical instrument sometimes it's not convenient to do different jobs at the same time. So we need a couple of other bodies. That's it, okay?
Yes.
The same with soulmates. Sometimes they separate themselves into two bodies, and so they fall in love. They call themselves soulmates. All right.
Thank you. I want to thank you on behalf of Iranian people, on behalf of initiates and also non-initiates. They feel your love, they feel your support, they feel your blessing. Even non-initiates, they just wanted to thank you for all of your love, and they really love you. The non-initiates, they love your words, they love your lectures, and it's